Well, I've just closed the gate for the night on our little compound, and this is a little update for you, for those who are following our progress. That's our house over there. We don't have the lights on like this all the time, just for the sake of this video I put all the lights on. Actually, what I do as an encouragement to myself in what has often seemed like an impossible task, I do come around and put every single light on so that I can see that everything is still working. We have enormous amounts of work to be done, and every time that we have work done we get damage to existing work, and it's an unavoidable thing that people will not treat what you have done in the same way that you will. Well, there's our carpenter and his little setup, which he's done a very good job on, and we're very pleased with the work that he's done. A little expensive, but he gets the work done. And we're now at the stage, as I say, I always come in, I put all of the lights on so I can see everything, and then I have a walk through, and while I'm talking to you I'll be describing what we're having done. This is a piece of cardboard I put down because of the tiles, and those are going to be the backdrop for our kitchen. So everything has been done to conserve the materials. It would have been nice to bring this counter. This is like a breakfast bar type thing. We have stools on this side, and on the other side there's still some storage for the kitchen, as you can see there. The man is a very neat worker, and the measurements between here and here fit exactly the 24 inches, I think it is, 22 or 24. That's an offcut from some work that we had done in the house, so it's just a piece of scrap actually. Now, there's the entire hallway, and here would be the reception area. Beth has now thought of the idea that I mentioned, that it would be nice if we, coming back to the entrance now, if we take this and make this window, so sliding doors, this would actually be the entrance proper into the resort. This is a resort, in case I haven't mentioned that. So we'll have a reception area here for booking in, and while people are waiting to be booked in, families will be needing somewhere to sit, and all of this will be seated area. None of it is cramped. We've tried very hard to make everything really spacious, and I'm very pleased with the way that it is. We've got more decorative stuff to go under here, which we ordered today, and they will deliver tomorrow. There's doors to go on these various cabinets, of course, and storage space. This is overload on what we actually need. This is a kitchen which will have plenty of outlets, as you can see. The tile over there will be put up over here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Okay, so there'll be a backdrop which will be the marble-like finished tiles, and will go up to there. Okay, so doors where needed. This sink arrangement is actually a very, very nice sink, but actually it's been brutalized by people who have not covered it in when they've done painting to the walls and things. So more work to be done on that. All of this, we actually ordered the granite. As I said, we've made it so that it's practical. I put this mark here for the carpenter, and that will be one piece of of granite, and that will take one piece, obviously cut at an angle to go into there, and then the second piece here, and then one complete piece to go here, exactly 8 feet. So that's where we're up to there. A lot of finishing to be done on that. Doors to be attached, hinges and all that kind of stuff. Hinges, handles, painting. So all of that will be painted, and then the last thing will be to have the granite tops put in on all of the tops, and then we've got some decorative piece that goes in there which will look really nice. Now the thing is, I did want to take, that's an easy walkthrough. It's very easy to show that. This will be a kitchen where people can come out, don't have to be in the room all the time. All of this will be access to our visitors, and they'll be able to come out. They'll be able to make simple snacks. So probably a microwave, not my choice, but something that they can make. Not everybody has the same opinion of me of microwaves, but a microwave or an oven, a small countertop oven, which they can use to make stuff like noodles, maybe cook a little rice and stuff like that, not confined to their room for trying to cobble together something to eat. And yet they will not need to go to an expensive restaurant if they want to stay at home, which is what we've tried to make this. So I come, and as I say, I put all of the lights on. We have the final clean up. As you can see, all tiles, remove the labels, all stuff like that, and clean up, make it absolutely nice. But in the main, apart from no artwork yet, well, there's a little artwork there. Says grateful for everything, which we surely are, for the small things, the big things, and everything in between. This is a very nice room now. We'll be putting that little fridge up on a cabinet, of course. But that's it. See, so we do the bum's rush straight through and just look in all of the rooms. All pretty much the same. All got to have the little touches that would make it more homely. Final clean-up. You can see here. And then after I finish my video, obviously I'll come around and I will turn off all the lights. So we just got that. What we do, because we pay for everything cash, we are able to find pieces like this on sale, and we only buy all of the beds and everything, get them all on sale when they're 20% off, sometimes 30% off, and that's what we do. Cardboard we have yet to get rid of. This is the debris. I couldn't find, it's open. I was going to say I couldn't find the key for this. See, but here, these are the tools from having put the beds together. We have no bed sheets and stuff like that at the moment for here. And this, my coming around and making sure that everything is working, is here. Now, for some reason, these switches are not connecting. There they are. And they're not connecting in the bathroom. Little shelf in the corner there to be put up yet. But very big rooms. Very big rooms. This is going to be like for gangs of marauding students who want a cheap place to stay, and they're willing to bunk in, mixed company, whether you know someone or not, a large bathroom to get changed in and all of that. And of course our outside kitchen that you can come and make something to eat. This is a bathroom, as in a toilet, public toilet. And there we are. Even this is bigger than the normal bathroom that you would get in a hotel room. So even that, none of it has been used yet. So, now lots of people are saying, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And I like to think that when we are showing what we've done, that people will understand that sometimes we get some of these pieces and we are furnishing the place sometimes by the skin of our teeth, if you understand that expression. So here's our latest work in progress. All of that with the granite tops on, which will be like that one, that piece there that I've showed you, and will really be very nice. And it will all be painted same color as the cabinets in our house, which is a very, very dark brown. That will all be painted that way. Now, if I find the energy before we let, just as a project, I might come round and decorate some of these panels that are plain Jane right now. I wouldn't have done this. This is the Filipino way, that they didn't make that into a kick plate underneath, so that when you stand there, your toes are kicking against a surface which should actually be about 3 to 4 inches set in. I haven't done that, so that may be a little thing that we'll go and do something extra on later. Put what I would call a skirting board, a kick plate or kickboard in America. So that will be that. So as we progress, we often do things which are out of I mentioned this principle or this idea to Beth a long, long time ago before we ever got into this. And I said, sometimes you need to do things out of logical order. So you have to go out of and where it would be logical, say, to paint a particular area, sometimes putting in new cabinets is what you need in order to be able to attack what otherwise might be a very simple, boring job. See, like here, we had a group of Beth's former employee office, co-office mates is what Beth says. So people that she worked with at the hospital called and said that they'd like to come and visit. Could we accommodate them? And I've forgotten how many it was now, but I think it was somewhere in the region of 10 or possibly 15 people. And they came, and Beth went on a tour of Bohol with them. They rented a van and a driver, and he took them to all of the various sites on their sightseeing tour. They went to see the Chocolate Hills, which we're very close to. We're about, I think, an hour and a half. See, once again, very big bathroom. So, we don't really make any bones about the fact that our videos are, compared to many others, are quite raw. They're not highly overproduced. And that's us. We're just showing what it is to lead a simple life. So I am looking at these now. So I'm setting up the camera so that I can get in the picture and finish off the video. So I'll put you on the other way.